Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Luna's Tale. This is Magiclysm, and we are here with Luna at a campsite in the very early hours of the morning. We haven't slept tonight, we've been on the move. We made it all the way from Menden up and into this forest towards this moonshine still, where there is some demon spider chitin. And spiders over here. We were going to try and make it into this giant sinkhole, however, there didn't seem to be a way out. We're going to need a rope for that, and we actually need a rope for another reason. Over here, we managed to kill an owlbear, and we want to try and get that thing butchered, but we are going to need a rope to be able to haul it up into the air so that we can properly butcher it. We did also kill an iron golem along the way, and our path will continue to take us over here towards this rural house, ideally before sunrise, and so we are going to look at making our way down there right away, Luna, past the bullet-ridden child, which we imagine, it's not going to come back from the dead, or rather come back to life, so to speak. And so we're going to keep our eyes peeled as we make our way through the night here, across this field, to what to what is an abandoned cabin, first of all. Alright, well, let's look inside. We can't make out anything. There's a pencil and some long stout branches, which are useful, but we don't need them right now. We'll leave this place, but it's good to know we have somewhere to stay, potentially. And looking on our little mini-map here, we are seeing a farm field, which I'm guessing this rural house is attached to a farm. Good to know. Let's just carry on for now. We're going to follow the edge of this farm fence down towards this rural house, and we might try and see if we can pay this farm a visit as well. Just easy does it for now, Luna. We're rounding the bend on this house, and here it is, seemingly untouched. All is quiet around here. What about the front door? It's open. That's what we like to see. Lovely. Well, now that we're inside, let's close some curtains and we'll go ahead and, I was going to say, activate our ever-burning torch. There we go. Don't know why that took a second there. Let's see, what do we have in here? Close these curtains on up. First of all, what are the books? Study of a Boy, I see, and drama novel. Okay. Just a generic drama novel. There's a television, and obviously we have the kitchen in front of us, where more than likely there's going to be some more food. And we're doing pretty good on food at the moment. We've got evaporated milk, energy cola, we've got a whole carton full of eggs that we can whip up, some toastums that are still good, and 15 pieces of watermelon, all in our backpack. So let's just jump into our advanced inventory here, and we'll figure out if we actually want to try and take any of this. You know what? There isn't that much here. There's some dark cola sealed up and some hot sauce. There's also some cornmeal. We'll take the cornmeal. We're getting closer to our weight limit rather than the volume limit at the moment. You know what? Let's take the dark cola too. Yeah. We could try and drink some of that cola back just so we can get slaked. Probably not the energy cola. We've still got a nice green tea, which I believe, is slightly caffeinated, so that might be one of the reasons why we are staying up a little bit later. For now, dark cola though. We're slaked, and that will help with our mood a little bit too. What do we have down here? Just, same stuff. Well, there's some flour, and there is some bread in here as well, so we could make ourselves some more delicious sandwiches. Close that up for now, and a pantry. Wonderful. Okay, more animal cooking oil, a whole heap of it in actual fact. I want to take the curry powder. We're going to leave the other seasoning and other bits and pieces in there for now, though. What do we have here? Bathroom, okay, and stashed away, bubble wrap, and an empty spray can, okay. I think we're on towards the bedrooms now. That we are. And we'll make sure that we close up all these windows just so that the light doesn't escape. Okay. Liverlicious recipes for your kids. Planet of the murderous squids. I see. Liverlicious recipes that your kids will love, I imagine? Yeah, right. I don't think that's going to help us. We'll have a flick through it. No, it does have some recipes. Leprechaun sausage. We can make a frickin' leprechaun sausage. I don't like the sounds of that. Buttery duck bites, though. That does sound rather nice. Leprechaun sausage. I am assuming that is made out of leprechaun. I guess maybe we should be flicking through some of these other books to try and determine whether or not they can help us. Because, yeah, Liverlicious was one of those books that I thought, it's probably just a reading for fun type book. But it's not. And that's good to know. Shared wardrobe here. And some cool sunglasses, huh? Well, I mean, that is tempting. We should take some, just in case, because we will have glare during the day, and yeah, there isn't much else to this place. What I am hoping to find here, there's a silo though, and that during the day is going to be amazing for us, because we can climb up to the top of the silo and we can see the whole area around here. Yeah, what we are searching for is a rope, and if we can't find one here, we might be able to find one elsewhere. We'll leave the front door open for now, and we'll go ahead and extinguish our light. Although, hey, the sun is here. Good to know. Let's just do a little bit of exercise, hop on over the fence, and head down towards the silo. It looks like... yeah, we're not seeing anything else near this field. I think we might be able to get something from these hay bales. Let's try and deconstruct simple furniture. No, we'll just go deconstruct furniture and we'll see what we get here. Long cordage rope. Yes, has a rope to quality. That is what we want. Hell yes. Do we want to do another one? Well, I suppose it'd be, maybe worthwhile. Let's see. And boom, done. We will take the other long cordage rope. And I think we're able to see far enough now that we can jump on over this fence, clamber on up, as we do, on top of the silos. And now when we look out across this whole area, we can see much further. And what are we seeing over there? Interestingly enough, from where we came from, there are a number of hordes moving around. This one a little bit larger than these other two. Up to the north, we are witnessing a Forge of Wonders. What the hell is that? What is a Forge of Wonders? I've had a few questions from people in the comments about Magiclysm and not noticing any extra things on the map. If I had to give you some advice, I'd say make sure that you take one of the Magiclysm starts, because that's really helped us out. We ended up right next to a wizard tower. We also have a Forge of Wonders, which I am only assuming that is from Magiclysm. A Forge of Wonders. Well, that sounds, potentially very dangerous for us as well. Who knows what's there? There's only one way to find out, really, and that's to go there ourselves. We do have our first goal, though, which was to butcher up this owlbear, and I think if we do manage to get it butchered, we might want to try and take some of the meat back with us to our freshwater research base. But we've got this on the horizon now, this Forge of Wonders. Yeah, oh boy. Well, we know to make it back towards that owlbear corpse, we're going to have to go through these hordes, so we're going to try to avoid them if we can. Obviously, we don't want to waste resources unnecessarily. We don't want to step off the ledge either. That's definitely something that we don't want to do. We can see a German Shepherd to the south. Well, we might be able to whip ourselves up some dog food. Potentially. We can make some bird food. We can make a meat sandwich. Dog food, I think... Let's just have a quick look here. Leather dog harness. No dog food, unfortunately. We don't know the recipe to make dog food. Rubber dog rain suit. That is so cute. But, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to feed this dog at all. And it's kind of dangerous as well for us to try. I wonder if we could just try and give it anything, really. We don't have much, I think, that it would enjoy. No straight up meat. Yeah, we'll leave the poor thing alone for now. and we'll start to head over this way here. You notice we're not seeing the hordes anymore. We can pick them out from a distance a lot easier when we're high up, which, you know, makes sense. There we go. We are witnessing a feral human, a brainless zombie, and, well, the squirrel. We're going to have a look at the feral human because I don't think Luna has seen a feral human before. There's two of them. These people wandering around with crowbars in their hands. Weapons. Yeah. Pupils dilated. And what remains to be seen of the iris and sclera are bloodshot. It still breathes, but zombies treat it like one of them. So just kind of having a peer through binoculars, I'm guessing that's what we're witnessing. We don't have binoculars though. So we're looking for something. It's more, I guess we're just kind of, you know, hand over the eyes, looking out in that direction. Yeah. Well, let's start to move. And ideally, not moving straight into them. I'm looking at the mini-map at the moment, so I guess we can stay a little bit more zoomed in. Just keeping an eye on them. There's quite a lot up there. And I think that's because that was the larger of those hordes. Yeah. That's quite big. And there's another two here as well. You know what? We could always go up in the direction of the Forge of Wonders. I think we might have to do that. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to come back this way here. Because we didn't really seem to witness much up in that direction. So we're going to climb over this fence, take a walk through the field. Finding a horse or something like that now would be amazing, but we'd have to still try and learn how to ride. Okay, one of them is making their way up this way here. Now, I'm looking at the mini map up the very top of the screen now to try and keep an eye on them. We've got a turkey, okay. And a clay golem up to the north. I see. Well, I imagine that's probably from the Forge of Wonders, if I had to take a guess. Yes, a large humanoid golem made from clay. Its proportions are off, and it seems fragile. Good. Good. We can work with a fragile clay golem. I would much rather fight that than any of the other dead. We are seeing a tough zombie though, and a regular zombie nearby. Okay. So what is our range here on our magic missile? You're very close. You're very close. Let's let you get one square closer, and then we're going to be able to start slamming you with magic missile. And that we shall. Getting more experience in the process. Each of these arcane bolts leaves our fingers and seems to be doing a fair amount of damage to this golem, knocking clay off of its form. We very quickly dispatch it. And we have yet another body, a broken clay golem in front of us. To the west we can see a tough zombie and a regular zombie, part of that little horde. So let's try and go up towards the forest here and make our way around. Aware that our mana is a little bit lower after that. We've got jackrabbits. And let's just keep on moving. I wonder, does a Forge of Wonders have turrets protecting it? Arcane turrets? There's only one way to find out. To the southwest we have a regular zombie, which I think is close enough to witness us. Not quite. They are just roaming around, minding their own business for now. If it looks like they're going to get too close though, we can always go back into the woods. They're coming a little bit too close this way, for my liking. I think they're just following the jackrabbits for now. Looks like we've got maybe one zombie following us. Yes, this one here. That's okay. I'm alright with facing that. And oh boy, in front of us we see a large reinforced concrete wall and these beautiful high stained glass windows. I feel like we're close enough now that we're going to have to give this thing a look, huh? I think so. And so we continue to make our way further north as this one zombie trails after us. Hey, another achievement. Everything can be had for a price. See the Forge of Wonders. Ooh, that sounds ominous. Everything can be had for a price. So the Forge of Wonders, I wonder if that is just like one fixed location, or if there are more forges. I'm tempted to try and fight the zombie with our cudgel. However, our torso is super freaking encumbered. So I'm wondering if we can drop the rucksack off in time. We can, only just. So what we're gonna have to start doing now is running backwards and around this bush here. We'll go around that tree, around to this side, and then we're gonna go and activate the tool belt here to draw the cudgel. Okay, now we are ready to fight. As this thing stumbles towards us, we ready ourselves. We get in, 2 strikes. That's okay. We go over towards this next bush. 1, 2. Okay, I'm kind of only going to go for 2 strikes here. I'm going to try and play it safe. 1, 2. Nice. It is stunned, so we're going to go for another strike. Okay, and then we're going to move out the way. Let it come to us. Should be nearly dead now. Step down this way. There we go, Luna. Moving around with our cudgel in hand, we do what we need to do. Alright. Tool belt, go ahead and store the cudgel. Like so. And we'll just kind of take a little bit of a breather here for a second, catch our breath, and then we'll just stomp on its head. Okay. Done. Done. We'll go ahead and wear our, not the flotation vest, which we still have. Stop running. And I guess start to make our way towards the Forge of Wonders. We're going to go around this side here, because we're going to have the chance to listen into this place. Okay, we are hearing a noise inside. More than a little bit of noise. So when I hear the word, or rather the words, Forge of Wonders, it does make me think of, forge worker. It does make me think of golems, like a lot of golems, and up ahead we can see a forge worker. Oh, you're dwarves. I mean, that makes sense. A squat humanoid that looks quite sturdily built. They style their hair in mohawks and other strange fashions that seem to dictate by what parts of their skin aren't scarred from burns. Their clothes are designed to protect them from the intense environment that they work in. Yeah, I can imagine. So this is super cool. We've got this freaking river just running into the forge, and oh boy, that's a lot of forge workers. Now, because they're tracking, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're hostile towards us, but seeing that many people has got to be peculiar for Luna, right? Okay, looking across this way here, there is a person inside here. We can see a actual person. Valzane of Siam, the Forge Lord. Greater ring of wizardry, lesser bracer of lightning, ring of dexterity, ring of perception, ring of speed, ring of strength, disposable lesser wand of hoary blast. There's an orichalcum cauldron, a skeleton key of opening. Oh my god. A lesser dimensional bag. These are magical items. So many magical items. Oh my. Okay. Right. Now, are you going to kill me upon showing myself here? This is a lot. Let's get a little bit closer. Forge workers spotted. Safe mode is on. That's not good. Okay, so we're obviously spotting one down here as well. Tracking. Can't see our current location, so we want people that can see us, because we want to see how they're going to react to us. So all of these forge workers are just tracking us for now, and Valzane over here is just ignoring us. I like that Valzane's wearing a frickin' t-shirt, right? Like, Valzane has this cool ass hood on and then a t-shirt. Cloak of Morthyla and Lamea, escape boots, breeches, and a polo shirt. I mean, I friggin' love the ever-burning chandeliers. God damn. cool magic stuff. Like, the forge has this, river just flowing into it or flowing out of it. This is some seriously cool stuff. I am super nervous about this though. I really, really am. Because these workers just make me, can see your current location and they're just tracking for now. So I gotta think that they aren't going to kill us exactly. Do we still have a towel? That's a very important question. We do. Nice. Let's keep the towel dry because we're going to dive into the water here. Actually, you know what? No, that's too deep. We'll drown. Let's just have a look a bit further up. I mean, there's a lot of guys up there that we'd have to walk through. We'd have to walk through them regardless, though. So let's start to make our way up and towards there. Forgeborn. Okay, now the Forgeborn is maybe hostile to us. Let's see if we can track down this Forgeborn. No ignoring us. Oh, wow. I can't see our current location anyway. The forge is looking awesome, by the way. The most elaborate, gaudy, and overwrought clockwork creature that you have ever seen. Each one has its face designed in a mask displaying a single emotion. Blades extend from the wrists in combat. I just kind of want to try and talk to the individual in there, the Forge Master, and you know what? We can do it. I just realized we've still got the freaking flotation vest, don't we? All right, we're going to go ahead and wear that flotation vest, and we are going to float across the water here. That's our magical item. We are going to take off the flotation vest and use our wonderful towel to get nice and dry. Let's start to move a little bit closer. The forge workers aren't doing anything to us yet. Are you imprisoned? You're encased in a glass steel vault wall with these items all behind there, a nice crisp air. Okay. Forgeborn. Oh, Lizard Folk Forge Master. Okay. It can't see our current location. Lizard folk really live outside of their tribes. This one has found freedom and purpose beyond serving their draconic masters. I want it to see us. I want it to be aware of us. It can't see our current location. Okay. The Forge Masters can, I think. We're going to open this door. Okay, we've stepped inside. It's ignoring us. Okay. I can just imagine Luna being so incredibly apprehensive to enter this place because, every part of her body is screaming at her to get out, that this place is not safe. And yet, over here, we have forge demons, which are hostile, but they're also behind this glass steel wall. Glass steel, eh? So, this is a forge demon. The first thing that you notice is this creature has 5 arms. The next is that it walks on 3 legs. It walks amongst the vault until it notices you and then throws itself at the walls, screaming bloody murder. Its mere presence fills you with an unfathomable dread. Yeah, interesting, there's a hub coin in here. Right, well, we are going to try and talk to Valzane here. Scion, the Forge Lord, and they speak up first.
Bring me tales, and we can trade.
Hi, Luna, by the way. Nice to talk to someone that's living. You're living, right? What exactly is this place? What are you doing here?
Once I was lost in the throes of love. But now I've built an empire of material goods.
Okay. Right. Well, if you've got goods, maybe I can trade with you, right? And we can. We can trade with this individual. Okay, so there is a lot of stuff here, and it's expensive, as we might expect, and it goes on, and it goes on. lesser wand of fireball, boots of grounding, endless flasks. The lesser dimensional bags are, or rather dimensional bags in general, they intrigue me. They really do. I like that. Greater dimensional tool belt sounds great. A +1 crowbar. I mean, a wand would be quite nice, but at the same time, even just like the enchanted tailor's kit would be good. But I don't think we have much to trade here. Maybe if we, butchered an owlbear, we might. Everything we could want is here. All of these different magical items. There's a lot of stuff here. There really is. The rings are fantastic. The rings of speed definitely intrigue me. Let's have a look at our own stuff here. There really isn't much that we can sell that's going to be of any value. Our SWAT armor is of value, and that's about it. We don't really have much to trade.
Welcome to the Forge of Wonders.
Yeah, about that. I don't think I have anything to give you right now, but I think I can get it. So, do you mind if I have a look around, get to know the place a little, and I'll be back, and I'll have lots of tales, all of the tales, the best tales. Does that sound okay? Yeah?
Farewell.
Okay. So there we go. Right, so we have these screaming forge demons over here who are guarding the vault, which is full of silver, gold, and many other things. I wonder if we can walk throughout this place without being murdered. I truly hope that is the case. They seem to be fine. Yeah, and I think they will be, unless we do something to piss them off. Yeah. And hey, we've got doors out this way as well. That's good to know. Okay. More of the forge workers. We're hearing some noise outside. And, yeah, what do we have here? Another one of the pieces of equipment that we saw in the Wizard's Tower. An enchanter's workbench as well. Meaning some log stools. Down here, we have the forge, where there is straight up lava in there. A demon forge, an anvil, lesser braces of lightning. I mean, what if we stole just one thing? Can we get away with that? It's right underneath the ever-burning torch, the ever-burning chandelier. I mean, let's just get close to the forge, right? Okay, we are being witnessed there. And I gotta think, okay, it doesn't like me getting close to the forge, apparently. We're okay. Can I examine that? I can. And yeah, this would be stealing. Lesser bracer of lightning. A light but extremely sturdy steel bracer with an ornate bundle of lightning bolts engraved on the top. Ooh, that is nice. That is nice. It casts Jolt at level 15. The item never fails. We're just having a look at the forge. That's what we're doing here. That's all that we're doing. Yeah, we can hear Valzane talking about footsteps. It's cool. We're just having a look is all. But hey, we know now that this place is somewhere that we can visit. There are people here. Not the regular kind of people that Luna knows, but we've found the Forge of Wonders, and it's here, just east of Menden. Whether or not this location was always here, I don't think so. I think this is something that's been shifted onto our plane of existence. Well, I think it's time for us to move for now. If we can get items of value, oh boy, we will be looking pretty freaking good. So, owlbear corpses, how much are they worth? And, ooh, guys, you might want to smash these corpses down here. They don't have anything too interesting. The handheld game system is potentially useful, although I kind of, yeah, you know what? I don't like getting so close to them. We're gonna give them some space. We're gonna give them some space. I feel like that's the best option for us right now. And we are gonna just kind of skirt around the outside of this forest, because I feel like that's safest for us, rather than going directly into it, and try and find our way back towards that unfinished cabin, because that's where our owlbear awaits. Yeah. So, down here we have the corpse of the iron golem, and directly to the north up here is where that little cabin is. So let's start to make our way back into the woods and around. I'm so surprised that we're not tired yet. We are feeling pretty good. And here we go. Owlbear corpse. Nice. So we need to find some way to string that up properly. In this here, in the spider, well, moonshine still, we did butcher some of them on a table there. I mean, I think what we can do is grab the table. Okay, yeah, that's going to be very difficult. Let's do this in stages. So we're going to move the owlbear corpse onto the floor. We're going to move it over towards the tree. And then we're going to pack up the bench here, take down the Taurus table, and we'll even take down the camp chair, and we'll move both of them over here for now. Okay, let's go ahead and activate these things and get them set up. So table there, and a camp chair just next to us. Grabbing you, dragging you over. Okay, we're in minimal pain after that, so let's just take some aspirin, because I think we kind of like pulled our back a little bit. You know what, let's have something to drink. We'll have some more of the green tea. Yeah, why not? Slaked immediately, fantastic. We've got lots of bread. We've got the canned tuna. We could just make ourselves a quick sandwich here. Let's do that. We'll go ahead and make ourselves a meat sandwich, and that's going to be with the tuna. We will use the flatbread first, because that's been around the longest. And we'll go ahead and eat our meat sandwich. Delicious. Wonderful. Okay, so from there, are we going to be able to do a full butcher on you? How long is it going to take? Yep, 54 minutes. Let's see. We've got the rope. Alright, there we go. A whole heap of owlbear stuff. So, what do we got specifically? So this is the gastrolith. This strangely shaped rock was once part of an owlbear's complex digestive system. Cool. It is possible that it could serve a similar purpose in alchemy, helping to bind together two disparate halves. Interesting. It's got a hammering quality to it, of course. We've got sinew, we've got a whole heap of mutant meat. Now this is where, yeah, I imagine when we are butchering this creature, difficult as it is, we notice that the muscle tissue has a curious swirling grain to the pattern of the flesh, and the center of each grain is a knot of hard tissue, and it smells not great. So I imagine most of this is pretty off-putting, apart from the offal. The offal, for whatever reason, looks clean, looks clear, as much as it can be. So many feathers. That is good. That's a massive amount of feathers. Okay, well, we've got a lot of resources here. I don't think this is going to be of high value. I can't think that that's going to be the case. Yeah. So, that might be a little bit of bust for us, unfortunately, with this owlbear corpse. We can take all the feathers, though. No issue there. And the sinew, which would be very useful to us. The raw pelt is something that we can try to process, but it's a fair bit of work to process all of that. All the same, maybe it's worthwhile us doing that. We can fit all the pelts into our bag, which is brilliant. I didn't think we were going to be able to. And let's take the gastrolith. Can we take... Obviously the bone is going to be too much. We might be able to get away with taking something of the stuff here. The sweet bread, the brains is yeah. I mean, offal is never going to be that, tasty to us. So I think, you know what, we're just going to take the stone for now, and I think we're going to leave it at that. And yeah, it might seem a little bit wasteful. For one, this creature was trying to kill us, so we'll let that be known. And this stuff isn't going to go to waste. We have a full forest around us, and I'm sure that they will make use of that. Definitely. So now that we have that rope, one, we used it for the butchery, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to use it to drop down into the giant sinkhole. As to how we use the rope to do that, I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Yeah. So, let's start to make our way over towards there. Sleeping bag, we'll leave it behind. We don't need it. We'll be okay. What we need to do, though, is keep an eye on our mini-map up the very top, and we want to avoid those spiders that we've marked on there. And also just be aware that there could be other terrible things out here in the woods. At least in daytime, we can kind of have a better chance to see them sneaking up on us. I think we're seeing a swamp up here. Yep, we are. Okay, so at this stage I think we can start to head west, avoiding the raspberry bush for now, making our way as we do. And I'm going to do this kind of movement, not doing anything super fast or dangerous. Okay, we've got a giant web spider down there, so let's just give it a bit of space as we approach the giant sinkhole. Here we go. Close now. Just straight to the west. I think we might... No. I thought we might remember where it was, but we don't. However, we can see it all the same. Right, okay, so here it is. Can we use the rope to climb down here? I'm pretty sure that we can. The question is, how are we going to use that rope? I might just have a look to see how we can best use it. Use holster. Tie what to the rope? Huh. We can tie things to the rope. I mean, that kind of makes sense. We can tie something like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look to see exactly how we might be able to use these ropes to get down. So yeah, allow me that moment. So unfortunately, the consensus that I've been able to find so far about ropes and jumping down into holes is that we do need to have a grappling hook for it to be able to work properly, and we can't make a grappling hook. Yeah, so we have grappling hook as a recipe for us here, but we need grip hooks, and we can't make grip hooks, so yeah. As unfortunate as it is, I would love to just be able to tie the rope around the tree here and be able to climb down, but that's not something that we can do. Yeah. We can't tie it to anything that isn't an item, so like we could tie it to our tool belt, but I don't think it's going to do anything. We just put our tool belt and items into the long rope, so yeah. that doesn't help. So yeah, we want to unload that now so that we get our tool belt back, and we'll just go ahead and wear that tool belt, and we'll pick up our rope because it's still useful. And I think this is a long cordage rope. I know there are different forms of rope, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe we just need a different type of rope, possibly. Not sure exactly, but just looking at it, it's a 30-foot long rope, not strong enough to hold up to falls, but still useful for some things such as suspending large corpses for butchering. Wear it over a shoulder and tie items to it as a temporary carrying solution. Yeah. Right. Not strong enough to hold up to falls. I'm guessing if we were using it to climb with, so maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't kind of good enough, unfortunately. That is disappointing. I mean, 30 feet, it's pretty decent. I imagine having 2 of them would be good, a rope quality of 2. But yeah, for whatever reason, I'm not going to take the risk of going down into here. If we had something we could climb back up on, we would be golden, but I just don't think it's worth us risking jumping all the way down there with no way back up. Yeah. If we had a step ladder, then yep, I think there's a chance that you can climb back up with that, but as unfortunate as it is, that's where we stand at this stage. And yeah, I feel like we have done a pretty good job at clearing out most of this place, and we're actually going to mark this house as explored because, I feel like we have explored it, and home beckons. Yeah, so I think I want to try and see if we can maneuver our way on back, and yeah, this here is our fast travel, so to speak. And I haven't really used it properly before, so I really don't have any idea how it will manage it, but I want to try. I want to see if I can get that to go for us here. So it is Shift W that I was using here to kind of mark the point, so you can see that little exclamation mark here. So Shift W. Yeah, okay, I guess we can get close. You know what, I feel like that's probably a safer position for us to get to. Okay, so I've bound it. I think it's working. So if I hit my bound button, auto travel mode is on. Right. Will that work then? I don't know how to activate it exactly. Travel to this point. Yes. Oh boy, here we go. The leprechaun's there. We saw the leprechaun. We're getting a little warm. We can stop it at any point, and I think, yeah, this is where we will stop it. A slathering coyote has been spotted. We will cancel the auto move. Okay, so that is a very, very helpful tool for us when it comes to speeding up travel. Yes, and with, our safe mode, we will get notified in the same way that if we were to notice something, when we're playing. So, slathering coyote. Let's see if we can track this thing down. It is just over here. It is hostile. It has seen us. Unnatural bulges line the neck of this obviously mutated coyote. Green tinted foam flecks from its lips, and there is a crazed look in its eyes. I believe that's within magic range. And so we reach out with our hand towards not the chipmunk, but the slathering coyote that started to make its way out towards us. It does seem to be injured already. And bam! A magic missile slams into its side as it tries to make its way closer, the second killing the creature. Dead. Let's move a little closer. Now, I don't know if we just absolutely blasted it, but it doesn't seem like it's coming back. Now, I don't know if that was actually like a fully infected, or rather undead coyote. Rather, I think it was mutated, as it said. Wow, our torso is very warm and it is very encumbered right now. So let me see if I can figure out exactly what we have going on there and why it's so much more encumbering. I think it's because we're just carrying more stuff in general. That is what we should expect there. We can also just go into our inventory here and kind of see. All of our other layers are looking okay. We might just want to try and take off our undershirt for now, which is not going to be comfortable with armor, but it's just one of those things where it's providing 35 warmth right now. So, or rather, the squad armor is providing 35 warmth. We're going to take the undershirt off. Okay, warm falling. Nice. So we should be a little bit more comfortable now. And I believe if we head back out to here again, we can set up an auto move. So for me, it is Shift W, and then I should be able to go back to the map like so. And yeah. Let's see. Auto travel mode is on. Yes, okay. That's what we want. Travel to this point. Okay, so we have to go back to the point and confirm it. There we go. Leprechaun spotted. Cancel auto move. No? Oh boy. Well, here we are, standing face to face with a leprechaun. Mischievous shoemakers who wear green and love pulling pranks on mortals. This is a hostile creature. As we round the tree, we hear it hiss at us somewhat. Right, Luna? We have to defend ourselves. We'll show that we are not so easily messed with. Reaching out with magic missile, we casted the leprechaun for 16 damage. Not bad. How is it looking? It hurt it. It hurt it. So we are going to start to run because we don't want to get too close to this thing. I hope that we can kind of semi-outpace it while we're running like this. Oh boy, maybe not so much. Let's try and cast again. Alright, we got another casting of magic missile off. It is definitely getting hurt here. What I'm trying to avoid is running on too much grass. We can always try to use our misty step, so to speak, to get a little bit further away to confuse it. It's going to take a second or two to cast that though, that's the only thing. Moving back a little bit further, okay, I feel like we've got some good distance. Spinning around again, Luna, we cast magic missile at the creature. Yet again, it's getting closer and closer, but the damage is starting to stack up. Just a little bit more, Luna, maybe one more shot. As it reaches towards us, its arms outstretched. It's not dead! It's not dead yet. So, we run around the corner, getting it stuck in a pile of rubble, and spinning about. We cast magic missile one last time, and the leprechaun is dead. Just like that. Let's stop for a second here. Just kind of wait. I accidentally turned off memory for a second there. And we will wait and catch our breath. Just standing next to this leprechaun, who is now on the ground, doesn't seem to be carrying anything at all. Nope. Are we going to butcher a leprechaun? No, we're not going to do that. Yes, it is a magical creature. Yep, there are probably things that we can do with it. We just found a book that tells us how to make frickin' sausages out of a leprechaun. It is too close to a human that we wouldn't eat it, and I think that's I think that's completely fair. I kind of always imagine Luna feeling a little bit bad for the creature as well, so we'll go ahead and move the corpse. Oh, I was going to say into the rubble, but we can't. Well, I guess that's that. It's decided. And I'm also noticing that we have like this weird reticule that keeps on popping up over Luna. I'm just going to see if I can reset that. I think sometimes it happens when we're off center. So I'm just going to see if I can figure out exactly why that is. And I'll be back in just a moment. Well, our view is centered, so I don't know why it's popping up like that. What I might do is just quickly go in and out of the game, because sometimes they can kind of fix things. So I'm going to see if that will make things better here. We're close enough to Menden that I think we can cancel the maneuver here. Oh, I marked the forest as explored, not what I wanted to do. I think we just want to get rid of that for now. Yeah. Well, I guess that's not going to happen, but that's also okay. I think the reason why that's happening is because of the auto move. We can always turn that off. Oh, that's it. That's what it was. We just need to turn off the auto move. Okay, well, with that, we are going to carry on, and we'll do it just as we are, because, yeah, I'm a lot more nervous now that we're closer to home, and we've got a huge bee, and I actually don't, I was going to say I don't know where it is, but it's up here, and we can see the remains of something up that way. So let's not fight huge bees, and rather let's see if we can pop out close to home. A good journey this has been. Leprechauns. I'm glad it didn't get close enough to do anything mischievous. We can see a skeletal zombie. Okay, alright. Well, we need to make sure that we keep our home area clear, so let's start launching some magic missiles at you and go over and stomp on your corpse. I think you just revived from over here, and oh boy, we've got ourselves a tough zombie. Well, there's a few of you here, aren't there? And I imagine maybe you came back? Maybe. All the same, you seem quite tough. I don't think we can cast through the tree at you. Oh, you know what? We can get around it. That's good enough for me. We'll continue to cast. The tough zombie getting closer. Getting 100 experience from each casting of magic missile here. We managed to take this tough one down. Okay, yeah, it was recently revived. Okay, back towards the fire truck now. I think we are going to encounter some other dead in the town. A tough zombie? Where exactly? We don't see it on our mark on our map. Okay, to the southeast. Noted. Let's have a look in the rest of the fire truck here. There is more to it. Okay, a turnout coat, turnout boots, and the other helmet. We could take the coat. It's pretty protective. No. Oh, God. That was a jump scare and a half. What the hell was that? Huh? Buddy? That was terrifying. Now, we do have our rollerblades with us. We're not going to be able to get them on right in time. Well, I say that, but you're kind of a little stuck here, aren't you? Can we take off these boots in time? I highly doubt it. You know what? We can. It's more interested with getting into the fire truck. I'm cool with that. So we got our rollerblades on. You're being very noisy. We are going to have to take you down, unfortunately, for your own sake. We'll start launching our magic missiles towards it. Our mana getting lower with each casting. But that is one dead tough zombie, which we'll smash. And, yep, it is just the corpse. And then we have this brainless zombie who's just kind of chilling out down here. So I think we'll try and cudgel you if we can. We might just do a quick yell in your general direction to get your attention. Hey, buddy. Come on. That's it. That's it. You know what's up. We're going to wield our cudgel. And we're going to get ready to do a bit of a run here. So what I want to be doing... Oh, we're being grabbed. And we're being knocked to the floor. Stand back up, Luna. 1, 2, and then move back. Move back. Wow, you really don't know where I am. Yell again. Okay, there we go. We've been grabbed. Okay, alright. Military rucksack was ripped. Let's try and break out of that grab. There we go. Done, just like that. We'll stop running. You don't have anything on you? No, you don't. Let's go ahead and store our cudgel, like so. And we'll just rollerblade along here for now. Throughout the town. Our town. Yep. No one's going to stop us here. Okay, well, with that, we have successfully made our way back home. Rollerblades on. We are going to probably take off our rollerblades here. We need to fix that rucksack when we get in. And let's go wear those boots. Yep. Chuck on the flotation vest. The towel is at the ready. We've got a few things over here that we've dropped off. Boxing Monthly. We already have one of those across the way, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah. Let's dive on in, so to speak. Make our way across towards our platform, which I kind of love. And we'll take off that flotation vest. Thank you. Towel, you are very useful. Okay. Welcome back home, Luna. Let's turn on your ever-burning torch. And here we are. Here we are, back in the kitchen. So I guess we can drop off all of our food goods in here. And, you know, the easiest way for us to do that is just to drop pretty much all of our food bits. Yeah. What I will do is just go through like this and try to drop all of the containers first of all, because I don't want to try and separate things from the containers. That's where it just starts to get a little messy. Drop all of that. We'll keep the watermelon on us. The fiddle heads, I guess we'll keep as well. We seem to keep picking them up. We had auto forage on, so yeah, they're okay. They're not very enjoyable, so we'll probably drop those off as well for now. Yeah, and I was going to say we could do the auto sort, but we'll just put them into the fridge. We cannot put items there. That's fine. Move them into the refrigerator, please. Thank you very much. Still not tired yet, and it's 8 a.m. So, yeah, I think we can probably spend a bit of time just reading here. Yeah. Studying magic and trying to pick out where we want to go next. We have more crafting supplies, which I am going to go and just drop off on the ground because that's just going to be the easiest way to do it. We've got our flare gun, we've got our pistol in there still, with a fair amount of ammunition for it as well, which I think we're going to want to try and hold. The metal tongs, what else are we going to drop off here? Keep the hammer. I really do want to make some lockpicks for us because I feel like it'd be good to have some quiet options when it comes to breaking into places. we'll keep all of our rare clothing there. That's perfectly fine. Same with all of our medical goods. But the books, we're going to go and drop them off. Leave them behind. The rope we're not going to need. Other than butchering on the go, we'll probably keep just one of those for now, so we can drop the rest. The raw pelts, hopefully I can find out how to process them here. Drop the sinew off, and just those containers. So with that all dropped off, we're just going to go ahead and quickly sort out our loot. What do we have left? Just some cans, which can probably go just into the stuff pile, really. So we'll drop those off for now. Right, the pelts. Can we deal with those here? Let's have a look and see. So if we just search for pelt, no, we don't know how to process them yet, and I guess that's to be expected. Yeah, so we are going to want to cure this pelt, but I don't think we can yet. I think that's we can make a cured hide, but we need a cured pelt for that to work, and we don't know how to make a cured pelt. We know how to make a cured hide, though. So, yeah. We don't know how to make anything pelt-wise. Nope, we do not. I don't think we have any survival books either. We got food handling, we can bring that up. We got food handling of 2, so that's not going to help us. I think generally trying to level up some of our other skills at the moment might be good for us. So like our electronics, mechanics, social skills, maybe even social skills. I know, wild, I know, right? So we're probably just going to stay here and read for a bit. We've got food up the top that we can grab if we want to. So yeah, I'm going to spend just the end of our episode here reading, and then we're going to plan what our next direction is from that point. So Luna, let's start to have a flick through some of those pages. Okay, well, it's 8 p.m., or rather 9 p.m. We've finally started to get tired after like an entire day. Yeah, and we've read all that we can in What is a Transistor, so we've got our electronic skill up to level 3 now, which I'm pretty happy about. We're going to get some more of those crafting skills up. We do need to eat something now, though, so we'll just go ahead and knock back some watermelon before we go to sleep. And, yeah, we are going to go to sleep. Turn in for the night, get nice and cozy here, deactivate our ever-burning torch, like so, and try and sleep the night away, Luna. And let's see if we manage to get to sleep okay. Yep, easy as. And underwater here, time goes very, very quickly, which I love, because usually sleeping takes a long time in Cataclysm, but I think because we're on a level that isn't the top, it's not actively simulating everything all the time, so that works out quite well for us. We're going to knock back some more watermelon to start the day. Getting turgid, that's okay. And let's turn on that ever-burning torch, head back downstairs, and we're going to continue to read. And we're pretty much going to read until we can't read anymore. So, yeah, I'm going to have to keep an eye on Luna's mood, try and keep that up, and I will keep you in the loop with what we are learning. I think next is going to be chemistry. Yeah, let's get that up to level 3. Okay, we have reached 350, and we've got our applied science skill up to level 3. Definitely happy about that, and that's yet another book that we can go and drop off because we're all done with that. And I think we've got a little bit of watermelon left. We do. We're turgid, unfortunately, because it's very hydrating eating watermelon. But we're not tired yet. It's 3:50. We actually did have a proper sleep last night, so yeah, we're going to continue reading. And I think next to us is probably going to be computers, just a little bit of computing skill, and then we're going to have a look at mechanics, handguns even, and then some social skills. Okay, we managed to get our computing skill up, but we are not so happy. We didn't really enjoy that very much, and we're now craving fire, so we could try and set our brazier up on the surface. Yeah, I think let's do that. Okay, now it might be a bit of a beacon, but we're going to go and set this brazier up just over here, I think, to our right-hand side. If it will let us, I'm hoping, yes. Yes, fantastic. And we're going to go and drop a pillow in there for now. Yep, it's one of the things that I found that we're going to be able to burn, I imagine. So we're going to go and start a fire here. There we go. We happily lit a fire. So we're just going to stay like this just for a little bit, just watching it burn. It's going to help our mood a little bit here. We feel our torso getting warm. I think with that, we're going to head back downstairs. And, yeah, try and relax for a little bit. We might need to do a little bit more to improve our mood, but yeah, I feel like we're good. The hot will go away eventually, and we should be able to continue reading. All right, let's dive into mechanics. Okay, we've been reading pretty much throughout the whole night here. It's now 4:35 in the morning, and we've managed to get our mechanics up to level 3. So, yeah, we are getting through these books. We'll place that down for now. We're going to head back upstairs, fix ourselves something to eat, and then have ourselves a proper sleep. Looking at our food, we can make a not-so-great meat pie, apparently. We can make some fried eggs. Hell yes, look at that. We can make some egg meals. I think we'll go ahead and make this. There's going to be 8 portions, so it's going to keep us going for a while, all these fried eggs. Let's go ahead and knock them back. It's going to be a little bit non-quenching, but that's all right. Get satisfied with that, and then I'd like to make us some nice tea, because we're all out of our green tea at this stage, so we'll make some more. We'll go make 6 units of green tea and pour that into our thermos. We can only take so much, so we'll go ahead. We can't drink the rest, can we? That's kind of frustrating. We'll just go ahead and pour it into a gallon jug for now. And yeah, we'll knock back some of that green tea, but ideally from over here. More fried eggs, and we're not actually full at the moment, so we'll eat the rest of those, get nice and satisfied before we go to sleep. I'm going to see if I can track down the rest of the green tea here. The stuff that's in the gallon jug. There we go. Slaked. Fantastic. With that, we will try to get some sleep yet again. Extinguishing that. Another day. And we fall asleep right away. And we are going to be sleeping through most of the day here, but yeah, that's all right. We'll let time race on by. Needing to eat more calorie-dense food, of course. I mean, I feel like fried eggs are pretty good, but maybe that's just me. We are very hungry yet again, so let's go whip ourselves up some more breakfast. We've still got eggs, and the eggs are going to go off eventually, so I feel like we might as well make them, huh? Yeah. Alright, fried eggs. Maybe we can't. Yeah, maybe we don't have what we need to make fried eggs, but we can make some other things as well. We can make cheese fries, which I feel should be pretty calorific. Yeah, let's go ahead and make 6 portions of that, spend an hour. We're going to use the regular cheese here, make ourselves some nice cheese fries. Not exactly healthy food, but you know, I feel like there's decent calories in that. We're satisfied, nice. We'll go ahead and drink back the green tea, get ourselves satisfied. We're going to head back downstairs and start reading. Well, we've done mechanics. I think we're going to be on to handguns and then social skills. Yeah, and then that's probably it at that stage. I feel like we've, read a decent amount. And we tear through that very, very quickly, learning about handguns, which is great. So, how to succeed in business. Yeah, learning how to talk to people a little bit better might be useful, especially when it comes to dealing with the Forge Master. Yeah, so as you can see, we do slow down eventually, and we're a little upset in reading that, so I'm going to see if we can deal with that by maybe going up and lighting another fire, but we are going to need to eat yet again. It is 10:30 in the evening, so let's fix ourselves up something nice to eat. What is it going to be now? A deluxe sandwich? Yeah, we can make 3 deluxe sandwiches. We're going to use cheese, and we will use pickles. Lovely. With some mustard. That is a sandwich that I would go for. Knock that back. Yes, we do still have the cheese fries. I actually forgot about that. That's fine. We're going to eat until we're nearly satisfied, and then we're going to have some green tea to kind of, get us all happy. And I don't think we're going to be entirely happy yet, so let's see. Is there anything else that we can take out of here that we don't need? Something that we can burn. We'll take those boy shorts. We'll go and burn them up the top here. That'll help us feel a little bit happier. It's our torch. I was like, wow, it's so bright out. Why? Go ahead and drop all of them in there for now. And we will start a fire. And we happily light a fire. Fantastic. So, yeah, our pyromania is handled, at least for a little bit longer. We haven't burnt anything else down, which is very nice for us. Okay, a little bit more. 2 more levels to go, and then we're all done. This one is a bit more of a grind for us, though, by the looks of things. We're getting through it, though. ever so slowly. And 5 a.m., we're at level 2. Nice. And, the cheese fries are actually up here, so we have to go back upstairs to eat. The sandwich as well. Let's go for the cheese fries to start with, and we'll grab the deluxe sandwich before we do anything else. Yeah, we could read some more of the cooking books and all the other things up here, but I'm going to be satisfied with learning these skills to begin with. Back to how to succeed in business. Let's get to level 3, and after that, I am going to be satisfied with all of these increases. I don't think we're going to have much in the way of new recipes that will really help us, but hey, we could in there somewhere. Oh boy, very thirsty, very hungry. We'll go ahead and knock back that sandwich to start with. We're going to have to deal with our thirst and our tiredness. I do want to have one last look at pelts to see if we can do anything else. Cured pelt. There we go. Applied science actually did give us what we want, and all we need is a cutting tool and salt, or salt water. And unfortunately, this is all freshwater, isn't it? This is a freshwater research station, so that's not going to help us. But we can get salt easily enough, and that's going to be by going to the swamps down to the southeast here. Yeah, that is right next to a toxic waste dump, so we might want to be a little bit cautious if we're going to try and do something like that. We haven't checked out this riverside dwelling yet either, have we? Or Tewkesbury. Yes, there's a restaurant down there. Well, I think we are going to do some more exploration in the next, keeping in mind that the Forge of Wonders is up here, and oh boy, are there some wonders. Yeah. We discovered some pretty interesting things in today's episode, and those items in there, they might be able to help keep Luna alive. And I think maybe there's a bit of comfort that comes from realizing that Luna isn't alone here, that there are others. Yep, they're not entirely human, and even the Forge Master, I don't think that they're human, even if they're wearing a cool polo shirt. No, this will bring about the end of today's episode. Holed up here in our own wizard's tower, one that is under the water. Luna continues to learn, and she shall. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. For now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.